Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go now. Nineteen tight.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do.
4 consecutive passes to begin this opening drive, and you can't argue with the results. They've already driven it into the red zone and a fresh set of downs here to play with.
Which means there's a lot of trust by the play caller, by the quarterback, the receivers, you name it. Everyone locked in.
Is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well.
Go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Back to throw, Tannehill. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw caught by Olave. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Tannehill throwing again. That's Olave bringing in another one. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got first and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
A good run of 6 yards there gets them closer to the goal line with second down coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Kamara trying again. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. From back at the 2, here's third and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Lutt's good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Hurts to throw. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? On the counter, here's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Saints have taken the lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ryan Tannehill taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts.
And Sanders has got it complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
70 Ranger. Mustang 19.
Throwing is Hurts. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. The Eagles had a woeful 3-12 on the year, and they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
Trap 60. 70 Lions. Let's go.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Here we go.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
18 Rattler. Track 60.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught left side, Arcega-Whiteside. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Going for it with Sanders. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And this is caught by Watkins. He'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Cut 19.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
Elliott good with a PAT, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Saints. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
Mustang 19. Buffalo 18.
Another run here with Sanders. 7 yards there and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
On first down, Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. This is intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
A run for Kamara on first down, but the running room closes up quickly as he's only able to get a yard there.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Trying the left side with Kamara. And some room to roam now. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
together.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Dragon 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
They'll drop to throw.
And once again, this is Sanders.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
79 Broncos. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
After the interception, here's Tannehill.
Downfield, and he's got Olave.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tannehill. Touchdown!
Chris Olave.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Lutz with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Come on, come on. Hey. Come 19, come 19. 18, right here. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And he's got it inside the 10. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And this is potentially a nervy situation this close.
Oh, he's trying to plow ahead, but I don't think he got there. He did it. That's a safety. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Cut, ready? 19 tight, 19 tight. 70 Ranger.
They'll throw now on the final play.
They'll find Williams on the slant.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it. This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and
it'll be intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Tannehill. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
He's going to air one out.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off on a safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
18, number 18, 16.
Back to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They run it again with Kamara.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On third down, here's Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
125 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Off play action, Tannehill. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
And I like where this offense is going. I like what they're thinking because they want to spread the wealth and move the ball around. And they decide to get the fullback involved in these pass patterns as well. Normally, 2-yard hitch or a little flare out of the backfield. But this time, they send him downfield. He's able to make a big play.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, a 22-yard touchdown grab, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
First throw going into the hands of Williams. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Flushed out right.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
Touchdown, Eagles. Tyrell Williams, 38 yards.
And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Okay, the highlights are going to show the guy throwing it, the guy catching it, and ending up in the end zone. But how about those big guys up front that allowed that to happen? He had a ton of time to throw the ball.
He did. There's two sides to that coin, though. The O-line was great, D-line not very good.
And as well as coverage, because now you're really stuck in a bad spot. That much time to throw the ball, someone usually comes free.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
He's going to look deep down the field. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.